Season 5 of Black Mirror is upon us, and we are very stoked to dive back into our favorite dystopian reality future. Now, this season doesn't go as far into the future with murdering doggos and whatnot, but like all of Black Mirror, we do get references to previous episodes, like the gaming company from Playtest. We get the very haunting Irma Thomas tune, and a nod to Prime Minister Michael Callow, who, if you remember, got it on with a pig in the very first episode. The whole season takes place in what could very well be our very near future, so it subverts expectations by not really subverting them. That's right, this season isn't so much about big M. Night Shyamalan style twists as it is about emotional themes. So let's get down to it. Episodes 1 and 3, Striking Vipers and Rachel, Jack, and Ashley 2, are a bit more uplifting, but also bittersweet in that way that only Black Mirror can really pull off. And they explore identity in some very unique ways. So Vipers does this through VR. Danny is gifted a Street Fighter knockoff by his old college roommate called Striking Vipers X, but this bootleg game has something a little special about it. In addition to getting slammed into a VR world where you fight other characters for supremacy, you also can feel all of the sensations that your avatar is feeling in the game. And from here, things get a little less Matrix and a little more Brokeback Mirror. Vipers explores the duality of suburban life pretty masterfully. So you've got, on the one hand, the wholesome family life in the real world, contrasted with the lustful experiences that are happening in VR. And you really, throughout the episode, feel for Danny as he rediscovers a part of himself that he thought he'd lost long ago. Speaking of losing yourself, in episode 3, we meet Ashley O, who is a mega pop star, and her #1 superfan, Rachel, whose lives collide when Rachel purchases this little Alexa-esque robot that is housing a copy of Ashley's mind. Meanwhile, Ashley's evil managers are using her comatose body as a song factory. So, alright, to be fair, Black Mirror is not exactly breaking new ground here because companies already profit off of digital versions of dead musicians like Tupac, or the digitally created artist Hatsune Miku. However, the way that Ashley 2 is treated feels unique, because unlike an Asimov novel that might spend its time wondering if robots have feelings, Black Mirror quickly asserts that they do, and they matter. This episode also includes a very banging 9 Inch Nails cover that is worth mentioning, so we're mentioning it. So that brings us to episode 2, Smithereens, which is what happens when you launch a stealth reboot of Joel Schumacher's 2002 film Phone Booth, put it on wheels, and instead of Kiefer Sutherland, you cast Topher Grace. That's this episode. So this episode tries its best to be Hitchcockian, but it just never quite gets there. It's got 5 minutes of paper-thin plot that it tries to stretch over an hour with just tension and atmosphere. Cinematically, it's great. Story-wise, though, sure, Smithereens goes for the classic Black Mirror take of examining the role of technology in our lives and the consequences of that tech, but it feels so close to our current time and it just falls a little short. Unlike the other episodes, this follows one character and explores how he relates to his sense of identity. And the way that he does that is by kidnapping an intern from a social tech giant. And we've got to talk about it. Why is the intern wearing a suit? The whole point of tech companies is you can wear flip-flops whenever you want. It's always casual Fridays. Rookie mistake. Where the other 2 episodes had very clear themes of identity and our relationships with one another, the point here is a little more muddled. If there's one thing this episode hits on the nose, though, it's the ending. Showing us the ripple effect of the episode's climax on social media, rather than detailing the event. Alright, that gives us a little more to chew on. Also, Topher Grace in a man bun. That happened. Anyway, the main takeaway from Smithereens is that phones don't kill people. Notifications do. As fun as it is being a mouse in Charlie Brooker's maze, there is lots to unpack from these episodes. But regardless of your journey, there's only one ending this time. So head over to SYFY WIRE for more articles, opinions, and dystopian hellscapes. The link is below.